Okay, guys, I'm going to get into this message about the Divine Masculine Collective because I'm picking up on this disconnect that they feel with their current reality. So that has a lot to do with the ascension, and they're shedding a lot of old parts of themselves that I feel like they were operating in autopilot for a long time. So they thought that a lot of the things that surrounded them was what they were happy with, but what makes them happy or what makes them feel fulfilled, they're digging a lot deeper. So when they look around with what they're currently surrounding themselves with, there's a disconnect. The problem with that disconnect is they're really worried about letting certain people down because they don't know how to let certain people around them know that they want to move on, or they want to let go of these relationships. It could be friendships. It could be contracts. I'm going to dig into this a little bit and just see what the masculine wants to get off their mind. Okay, so let us dig in and find out what's going on with the divine masculines. Why do they feel such a disconnect? What do they feel such a disconnect with in their reality? Okay, so we have celebration, we have gifts, we have abundance. Okay, so they may feel like they're not tapping into this as much as they could. They may have abundance around them, but it's not coming through their natural gifts. And they are not feeling like they're being celebrated for their natural gifts. And it's like something is missing. Okay, and I feel like the opposite of the open and receive energy, maybe a lot of them feel very closed and like they're not able to receive as much because they're experiencing a lot of the same patterns around them. What's the biggest pattern? Okay, so they've had an epiphany and a breakthrough that the biggest pattern has a lot to do with disharmony, triggers, and conflict. So it could be that like they're trying to tell someone that they're not happy, but it's causing a lot of disharmony or triggers or conflict. I feel like someone could be trying to talk them out of this. Like many of your masculines, they're not living the life that they want to live. And I think that right now they feel very obligated to live their life according to the way that other people want them to do things because they're obligated to do that. They've already made a decision. So many of them could be feeling like, well, I want to undo this decision. So that's where that stuck feeling I think is persisting. Okay, many arguments right now over autonomy, independence, feeling very disconnected from the people that they're with because they no longer enjoy the same activities together. I feel like your divine masculines could be falling out of alignment with their goals as well. It could be financial goals, it could be creative goals, maybe business contracts as well are falling apart. Like they're feeling disconnected from the reality of like what they may do for work as well, and maybe work has a lot of the karmic energy there, and they're just falling out of alignment. Like they may make this company a lot of money, but at the same time I feel like your divine masculines are like, look, I'm not feeling it. I am just not feeling it. But people don't want to hear that, right? They could be in a relationship where they're falling out of love with someone, but someone may have their hands tied and say, hey, listen, like we've got a lot on the table here. Like we've got X, Y, and Z that we've built together, but there's something about them just not feeling invested in that. And I feel like your masculines are really trying to show up as their best, or like their vision is that I want to be the best that I can be at this situation, just in a different way. But there's, again, a lot of tower moments around that. And I feel like people are trying to twist their arm or maybe talk them out of things that they're speaking up about or raising up awareness about. Like they may want to try a different approach or do something. They're having a lot of breakthroughs about this. Like they may be wanting to approach a situation like some kind of contract ending in a really positive and peaceful way, but nobody wants to hear it. People don't want to hear it. All they can hear is that the masculine wants this particular thing to end. They don't want to hear that he's making all of these great efforts to make sure it goes over smoothly. They just know that they don't want this to stop. But at the same time, it's causing a lot of dis-ease within your masculines. So they may feel very guarded and vulnerable at this time. It's like the one time that they choose to speak their mind and be honest, that's the time that they're now feeling cornered. So many of them are up against a lot of big decisions, guys. Like I feel like there is this big call for them to step into alignment with things that will make them abundant. But what they want to do, people don't really either believe in it or vibe in it, or it doesn't fit the image or the goals of it's like I keep seeing the organization. So maybe karmic energy could be your divine masculine's work, like what they do for work. I'm also hearing moneymaker. So your masculine could be a very important part of this business. Maybe it's like a family run business for some of you. And along with being in that family business or tied to their family, it also means that they need to stay married to a particular person and they have to keep a certain image going, and they can't step away from that because it'll affect the family business. I hear a lot of your masculines are like, I don't care about it anymore. They're like in this epiphany and breakthrough energy where they feel like maybe they could start their own company. They could start from scratch. They don't need to be associated with their family. But I feel like they've avoided this for so long because each time they tried, family would maybe threaten them and tell them that they would be ostracized. They won't make it without the family. They won't have an image, or they won't have success or fame, whatever the case is, without the family. And many of them are like, fine, I don't want it. And it's putting them in a position of feeling like I'm going to lose everything, but at the same time, I really don't resonate or connect much with this current reality around me. It's almost like, take the money, take the luxuries, take it all, because I'm trying to enjoy it and I can't even enjoy it because the people that I am around, I don't feel good around you guys. That's what I'm starting to see that they feel like. They would rather be just out in nature right now, to be quite honest with you. I feel like greenery could be a big thing for a lot of your divine masculines. Like just being out in nature soothes them. But whoever or whatever environment they're in, these people don't, ease out or cool off in nature. These people need to be in like party environments or very like high intensity environments that like it just kind of seems part of like the matrixy vibe. But a lot of your masculines, they don't want that, or they're outgrowing it, or they're shifting in some way. It's like in order for their gifts to grow or to thrive, they need to dig deeper or connect more in order to receive. And in order to connect more, they've got to change up their surroundings. Their surroundings needs to be crisp and clean and pure and gentle. Like many of your masculines may find that they don't know why, but it's like everything is irritating them. And it could be part of ascension symptoms as well, which will pass. But these are happening as signals to let them know, like, your environment's got to change. They're annoyed by loud noises. They don't like smells. Certain smells could be giving them headaches. Like when they go out, things could be like too loud. It's like everybody around them is like, why are you all of a sudden so cranky and moody? And they're like, I'm not. It's just this environment is not right for me. Like I need peace, I need quiet. But whoever they're with are annoyed in those quiet environments, or they find those quiet environments boring. Like someone that they're with hates to be out in nature. As soon as the person that they're with is maybe out with them in nature, it's like, oh, the bugs. And it's like, you're at the beach, it's like, oh, there's sand in my toes. It's like, yeah, no shit, we're at the beach. So I feel like there's like this extreme opposite happening where somebody feels like, I need peace. And there's that big decision card again. Okay, so I feel like your masculines are in this space of feeling they need their raincoat right now because it's raining, thunder, it's lightning, because they're shaking up the tower moment. It's like the tower is shaking, everything's getting all dark. They may feel very alone right now. There's a few, maybe just like a very small handful of people around them right now that they can trust. And I think one of the big decisions that they may be up against is like they're going to have to start from scratch, or I'm hearing, it's so weird, I'm hearing like someone's trying to say, you're going to be a nobody. I don't know why I heard it like that. Or it's like the energies are threatening your masculines with this feeling of like you're going to be a nobody. But it's like they would rather go through this short span of being a nobody and rebuild themselves than to put up this front or act or do in a way that is just genuinely not them. It's starting to come off as like, honestly, like, let me be a nobody then, okay? It might just be the scales that are balancing, but I feel like what's on the bright side of that is like after they go through this quiet phase of not being seen, they're about to like skyrocket and go up. So it's this big lesson sitting right there in front of them that's about to balance the scales. Many of them are afraid to be alone, but it's being alone that's actually going to elevate you to the next level. So that's actually what they can't shy away from or be afraid of right now. And the environment is definitely pushing it. No matter how shiny and lavish and amazing it seems, it just doesn't fit with their past self it fits with their past self but not their current self. Okay, and we have the energy of the Earth coming through, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Maybe your counterpart could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, divine masculines here. They don't have to be. You could be that sign, divine feminine, but it does bring through the energy of it's time to sit still in one place and work on yourself. We have avoidance and we have stalemate. This could have been something that they have been avoiding for a long time, and now they're in the energies of avoiding anybody that is going to get in the way of them, getting that justice, getting that karma. Everything needs to feel more balanced, and it doesn't. It feels like they're being pulled. Like I see the divine masculines really, like they're on their path, but they're being pulled along their path. They would rather just like stroll and walk. It's like they've never had a chance to just stroll and walk the path and make their own decisions. So a lot of interesting energies here coming up. I'm not going to pull more cards, but I'm going to dig deeper into these and see. Like I'm feeling good energy coming through with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, because they're hard workers, and I feel like a lot of your divine masculines are really having to fight for this fresh beginning. They're having to fight their mind more than anything else here. But what is really getting them to open up their eyes is that they really are losing touch with like their reality around them. The relationships don't feel the same. Like many of them, if they are sharing a space or a home with karmic energies, they're not sleeping in the same room because they can't find peace there. Many of your masculines are realizing that like they can't go to bed at night, and then they eventually fall asleep on like the couch or in some other separate area room of that house, and it's like they find better peace sleeping on their own. So it's like they're getting comfortable now with like their own thoughts. Like many of them are realizing like, wow, it's rather actually better to be alone and in my own company than it is to just kind of share all of this fake and superficial energy with the people around me. Like I think they're seeing everybody as like fake. A lot of your masculines may be hermiting, avoiding their usual like entourage, I'm hearing, or like group. Like your masculines don't hang out anymore is another thing I'm getting. Like that's been another breakthrough or epiphany that they've had, is like the same way you've been getting messages to protect and preserve your energy. Now is the time where they're starting to like awaken to all of these things, spiritual boundaries and discernment and all of these things, because they couldn't get it without the gift arriving. And I feel like with abundance, gifts, and celebration, one of those gifts is the ability to be able to discern and see and pick up and feel your intuition. And now that that's there, or they've awakened to that, it gets really dark and painful, guys, because then you experience all this betrayal and you feel like, what the F is happening to my reality around me? Like it doesn't feel the same, and that's when they try to latch on to the divine feminine, because you are the only thing that feels safe. You're the only thing that may be around that has a way of explaining why they're going through, like, the dark night of the soul, or you're the only thing right now that makes them feel like there's a way out, or when they think of you, they feel a lot of peace. But that is the check-in right now, guys. They're going through a lot of crazy, chaotic energy, falling out of tune with their current reality, but it's so that way they can start from scratch and start, painting the canvas the way that they want to. They keep hitting that brick road until they get the lesson that they've got to take back control of their life. Okay, so all right, that is what I have for the rest of the day. I will catch you guys tomorrow. You guys have a wonderful rest of the night, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Okay, take care, guys. Bye.